Hi everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge and welcome to some Irish hero recommendations. I don't know if I'm putting this out on St. Paddy's Day or if I'll put it out earlier than that, maybe, so that you can read some of these on St. Patrick's Day if you would like to, but someone recommended that I do Irish romances for St. Patrick's Day and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And then, I'll tell you, then I tried to find some Irish romances. And it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Luckily, I recently read some Mafia that are Irish. But other than that, it was difficult to find a couple. So let us go ahead and dive in. And I'll share with you all, and these, I'm telling you, as far as I can read, like, these are all the, like, Irish ones that I have read. So I'd be happy to get some more recommendations, because I know there've got to be more historicals than I know, but I feel like they usually are historical if they're, or I mean, they're usually Scottish if they're historical. So I'd be happy for some recommendations. So let's go ahead. We will get through these. We'll make this a quicker video for once, maybe, right? So the first one I want to mention, this is contemporary, most of these are contemporary, is Roomies by Christina Lauren. Now I read this one quite a while ago, but I know this one has to do with a marriage of convenience for a green card. There is this homeless musical artist who, this woman who's kind of sort of his stalker, I can't remember the exact interaction, but she ends up finding out that he's going to be sent back. And so she offers to marry him so that he can stay here. And so they have this marriage of convenience so that he can have a green card, which I'm like, all right, it works. And for her, it's kind of this like, oh my word, I married my like fantasy man. And do I tell him how obsessed I am with him or keep it to myself? Then I just recently read Beautifully Cruel by J.T. Geissinger, which is an Irish Mafia. This one, I just talked about this in my weekly reading wrap-up where I went in a little more detail, but it's this woman who she is a waitress, and there is this man who keeps coming in and visiting her while she's working late at night, and she keeps wondering why he won't ask her out, and they finally talk about it when he kind of rescues her from a like robbery that's about to go down at the place. And he explains that he's like, I can't date anyone. I don't do that. And we're all like, oh, it's because you're part of the mafia, so you can't date. Oh no. But he ends up offering her this arrangement where he's like, come stay with me for 28 days. We'll have all the sex we want, basically. He doesn't say that, but that's what we know. And then when it's over, you can't ever see me again. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. And then he's like, oops, kidding. That wasn't a request. I'm going to take you for 28 days and we're going to do it. This was really fun. J.T. Geissinger writes some great alphas. Like, she really, really does. I recently read Ruthless Creatures by her and I was blown away. So, could be a great one for you. Then we have the 5 Points Mafia. So this so far is there's 4 out of the 5 books are out. So the first one is Filthy. The series is by Serena Akeroyd. Did I just say that? I don't know if I did. But this is Filthy. This is an age gap. The heroine is plus size. The hero is totally obsessed with her. And when he gets her to sell her, I think it's like a coffee shop or this small thing to him, they end up having an arrangement to sleep together because he really wants her. And he's, you know, kind of frustrated that she took so long to come to this agreement because the mafia really wants it. And once they're together, he realizes that he wants her forever. And so he goes about getting her, and I loved it. Then there's Filthy Rich, which is about the oldest brother, and he's supposed to have this arranged marriage with this girl. He's been arranged to marry her for like 2 years, and finally when she turns 18, they're going to get married. And on their wedding day, he realizes she's been pretty cruelly beaten by her father, and he's fucking pissed about it. He didn't even want this marriage, but he realizes he's pretty protective of her, and he doesn't like how she's been treated. And so he really shows her what his loyalty will be to her if she will be loyal to him. And it's just a great start to their relation. Like, honestly, I love it. Then I think there's Filthy Dark. I think, yes, Filthy Dark, which is a second chance romance. It was a hidden baby, which is it's one of my main, like, I let it slide when you're hiding your baby from the mob. That's what I was going to say. I normally can't stand a hidden baby story, but this one works for me because if you're hiding your baby from the Mafia guy that you slept with, I'm okay with it. Because good on you for trying to protect your child from that. And then there's Filthy Sex, which is another kind of arranged marriage one in the series. And this one was so emotional. Like, I really enjoyed it so much. So I really love all these Irish men. This was the first Irish Mafia series that I had read, because I read this series before I read Beautifully Cruel. And I just really enjoyed it quite a lot. And then, the one historical that I have on here is Hello Stranger by Lisa Kleypas. This has an Irish hero whose name is Ethan Ransom. And he is a former detective for Scotland Yard. And he is secretive and he's rumored to be an assassin. And then one night, him and Garrett, who she is a female doctor, they have this night of passion together. And he's like, I have to stay away from you. I don't want to draw my enemies to you. But because this is a Ravenel series, I feel like it's not a spoiler to say that. He's actually a bastard Ravenel. And so when they get in a lot of danger, they end up needing help of the Ravenels to kind of, you know, get out of the situation that they're in. I really love this one. The chemistry between these two is amazing. I feel like this one doesn't get as much attention because, like, Marrying Winterborn and Chasing Cassandra, those ones are really great books in this series as well. But I love Garrett and Ethan's chemistry. I love Ethan is just so rugged and sexy, and, like, Garrett is such a badass woman, and I just love this couple together. And so, because I think he was raised Irish in this one. And then the last one is, you know, kind of a tough one to recommend because it's like in the middle of a series. But this is Dreams of a Dark Warrior by Kresley Cole. And this is about Aiden the Fierce, who is a berserker. And he is reincarnated, and every time he finds his true love, which is Regan the Radiant, who's a Valkyrie, every time he finds his true love, when they consummate their relationship, he dies. This time around, he's been reincarnated as Declan Chase, who is a brutal Celtic soldier, and she recognizes that this is Aiden, and she was trying to do everything she can to stay away from him. Well, that's not going to work because he's actually kidnapped her, taken her to Torture Island, which is a place in the Immortals After Dark universe that is not a fun place to be. And he is helping them conduct experiments on her. So he's part of a human faction that is experimenting on paranormal creatures to discover their power and to discover who they are and everything. So this is one of the most, like, brutal ones in the series because this one has, like, vivisection happening. So, like, live surgery is happening to these paranormal people and mythical beings. And Aiden has had his mind, well, not Aiden, Declan Chase had his mind warped in such a way that he thinks this is the best thing to do. But at the same time, he's being drawn closer to Regan because she's his fated mate. And he's doomed to die whenever they consummate it. So, there you go. So, this was a quicker video. Usually I have a lot more going on, but I just wanted to pop in and have some Irish heroes for you. Please let me know what your recommendations are. Like I said, this was hard to scrape a list together. Usually I like to have many more recommendations for one like this, but I still wanted to put out what I had because you guys asked for it. So thank you so much for watching this. If you're interested in channel memberships, make sure you check that out down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.